Okay, everyone, welcome back to my favorite activity of the week so far. It is Sunday afternoon. So
Okay,
the week's
so
just started.
You're a Sunday's the beginning of the week person?
Well, it depends on if I started my diet on Sunday or Monday.
The first
So,
day to the rest of your life?
yeah, so if on Sunday I'm doing good, then I start my week on Sunday. But if
See.
I fuck up on Sunday,
No. Wrong. Wrong. I regret to inform you, you are deeply mistaken, and the start of the week is always Monday.
unless it's on Tuesday because there's a holiday on Monday.
Right. No, agreed. I wholeheartedly agree with that statement. Yeah, I feel like Sunday has to be the peaceful end of your week. And maybe that's the Catholic roots or something telling me that day of rest. You
So,
can't start your week with a day of rest. You
see,
start your week with the shittiest day.
I think this is the shift of mindset that I needed because I feel like everybody's like Sunday fun day. For me, I'm like,
Sunday
ugh,
scaries.
I've got to get ready for the week.
Yeah.
So I use Sunday as my get ready for the week, which means I'm down to one day of my weekend.
Yeah, no, screw that. No.
So just,
Oh, so that's why you think Sunday's the start of your week.
yeah.
Because you're having to prep. It's the prep day.
It's the get everything so the week doesn't kill
Yeah,
me.
no. For me, Sunday is cling on to freedom as long as possible.
Ugh,
And then just
that.
slam into it Monday. Like, boom.
I feel like that would be better. At least then you get 2 days of rest.
Right. I mean, and there's some Sunday scaries in there, but it's easier to go, shh, shh, tomorrow is your day. Don't talk to me today.
Look at it until
Except
Monday.
for me, I'm still taking off Monday to get more tattoo. Yay. So that's still the weekend for me.
Yes.
And Tuesday is a field trip for my kids, which I am chaperoning.
So you have a 4-day weekend. Here I am in get ready for the week mode.
No,
and you're
tomorrow.
mid-weekend.
Mid-weekend, I am.
This is the start of your weekend, basically.
This is a
first half
24-hour cool down from my active yesterday.
Yeah.
Of being in the sun, and then we were here, like, kind of partying.
I cannot wait until AI gives us 4-day work weeks.
I mean, it's going to have to happen. It's happening all around the world.
Okay, it's happening
in like 2 countries, but they're smart.
And like 2 companies in 2 countries. It's not broad based. It's just people are writing about it.
All of Canada had a 4-day work week now.
I don't think so.
Our Canadian employees have a 4-day work week.
Why don't you? You work for the same company.
Good question. Because different rules apply on your country of origin.
Yeah. No, I'm in HR. I know that.
It's bullshit, though.
Okay, so we just are finishing the last part of Ashes and the Star-Cursed King.
Right. Second book of the first duology of the Crowns of Nyaxia
Which
series.
overall, A, B, C, D, F, what's your rating for this duology?
Oh, an A.
Yeah,
I
would agree.
Yeah.
She's a really good writer.
Yeah.
And
it
love
does
a good...
make me interested to read other duology because I do feel like this world is really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm a little sad that it's only 2, but I might really appreciate it because it's a very consolidated story. It's not long enough for me to get annoyed with the main characters, which I typically
yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that in you.
And maybe it's that 4th book, Threshold. Who knows? But yeah.
Well, I'm hoping if they're going to do duologies with this, and we know there's the Bloodborne, Nightborn, Shadowborn.
Yeah.
Nightborn and Shadowborn, they already have them out, so we'll catch up. But I'm curious if they're going to do like a bring them all together series.
I don't know.
So it's like the characters that we got, because this ends on a cliffhanger.
We need to know more about the second duology, which we know the overlap character is Misha.
Which you are very excited about.
I do want to know. I originally was assuming it was going to be Bloodborne because of how much Septimus has been involved.
I was kind of hoping Bloodborne.
Yeah, so, but obviously the next book being more Shadowborn focused is going to lead into the Bloodborne even more.
Yeah.
So it's probably making me excited for that third duology too. And maybe that will be bringing all the worlds together a little bit.
Which I will say the last episode we told you that Misha brutally murdered a Shadowborn prince. And if it is about her and a Shadowborn prince, that's definitely a prequel to some story we're going to hear about.
The Shadowborn prince was the one who turned her, left her for dead, didn't care, right? Might have not even remembered who she was.
Oh, you saw it in the glint of his eyes.
Well, he like smelled familiarity on her essentially. Like they don't even, he might have just
I'm sure you'd
had
be
ownership,
able
like he pissed on her or
to
something.
smell your own blood on somebody you sired.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You would think with all the other heightened senses and things like that. The duology follows a bastard-born, Shadowborn prince.
Oh, so I
think
bet
we're dealing
that
with
is like
half-brother or something.
half-brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So now maybe I'm more interested. I will say when you first made the connection that Misha was going to be the star, I was like, meh.
Yeah.
Just because she's a great supporting character.
Very different, though, than
But
Araya.
I wasn't as invested. I wanted to know about other people.
She's
now I'm
she's a little softer, right?
Yeah.
And the childlikeness
Well,
of
until
it, so.
she brutally murdered a prince.
So again, I don't know if we can
Starting
say
a
brutal.
Brutal
Brutal makes it
drama.
sound like it's you're victim blaming. In all honesty,
Well, I didn't
rightful
say.
rage.
Okay, we again don't know the story. She was. Well,
Wow,
we know
are
parts
we
of
both
the story.
siding this?
No,
Wow, Marissa.
No. I think it's an accurate description based on what was written. She brutally murdered him. She literally just ran up to like in the hallway and just stabbed the crap out of him.
She more like clawed his face off, didn't she?
Yeah. So that would. I feel like brutal murder is the right terminology.
I just don't like the putting it on her. To me,
But he was asking for it. How about
the story? Yeah, but he was asking for it. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
She brutally murdered him in a hallway.
He deserved it.
But he was asking for
Asterisk.
it. Yes. So it made me more interested. It made her like more appealing. I guess she was too much of a cocker spaniel, like
Look
just all
at you.
yippy.
I feel like I've turned you a little bit here. Maybe your love language is murder.
I really think it might be now.
Order. It is today.
It is today. I'm going through
The
it this
beginning
weekend.
of her week, you guys. It's the beginning of her
This
week.
week sucks already.
Jeez.
Okay. But anyway, where we left off, Araya and Rain save all the loyalists.
Yeah.
After this coup, we find out there's only like 5 loyalists. So we're pretty much screwed. They also smell like garbage, worse than garbage, actually, because
You can say it, Marissa. What did they smell like?
They smell like shit.
They smell like shit.
So they had to go in and out of the castle through the sewer system. Mm-hmm. But they have their handful of loyalists.
Yes.
And they escaped the coup.
They leave, right? And so they fly for over a week.
Yes. Smelling like shit.
Baking and shit.
Just shit everywhere.
Just a shitastrophe.
Yeah. Just like caked on shit, baked in sun, crumbling off into flecks of poop. And then you breathe it in.
If they're lucky.
If they're lucky.
I think it's just slowly baking the whole time they're going.
It's like seeping into their skin.
Do you guys want 30 more seconds on shit talk? Okay.
Oh, it's shit talk.
Shit
That's good.
talk with the
shit
Lit
talk
sisters.
with the Lit sisters.
All
Okay.
right, so they're going to where Jasmine is posted with the rest of the Hyja army that's
Yes.
left, essentially. So,
Which
where
is
they're
Rain's mortal enemy, by the way.
I think they're all growing on each other at this point.
The shit has bonded them.
The area they're going to is like kind of desert, right? Most people stay away. It's very hot. It's brutal. It's hellhounds and demons and things like that. It's the beginning of Hyj territory. So Jasmine lets them know the Hyj army is reduced to a few hundred men and women. Thousands before. I don't even know if you guys remember from the first book. We're talking hundreds of thousands down to a few hundred in different caves throughout this like hellhound infested area. They get there. We have Vale, Lilith, Katura, and meeting Jasmine. There's obvious tension between Jasmine and Vale. They're throwing these like veiled threats or veiled threats at each other. You know, aren't you Nikolai's like third highest general, and he's like highest general now. Everyone else is dead. Obvious tension between the two of them. Obvious poking at each other. Obviously, two heads of two armies on opposite sides of each other, right? Yeah. Rain and Araya sense this tension, so they kind of break it, and they're like, listen, we have to work together. We don't really have a choice. And in defending themselves, Araya kind of slips that an alliance goes both ways to Jasmine. We need him. He needs us. And we take back the throne, and I plan to rule beside him.
Yeah.
Right? And Rain's kind of like, wait, what?
Hey.
I mean, I suggested that like a long time ago, and I keep suggesting it, but like now you're into it? Okay, cool. And I just kind of see her being like, no eye contact, no eye contact. Yes, that's my decision as queen. As queen.
I am no longer pretending to be a captor. But can I remind the audience of something?
Yes.
They all still smell like shit.
They do. All right, we're just going to continue. I just want you to keep it in your nostrils.
I just picture her standing up with this like super inspirational speech
Yeah.
to her people who don't smell like shit.
Right.
And it's just caked on her. And she's just like,
see,
our shit stinks just as much as theirs. It's like,
we all shit.
We all shit. And it all stinks. We are like the same people.
The book for our kids. Everybody poops.
And I have the evidence on me. Okay. So I just wanted you to make sure that we really,
still know
this inspirational speech that she's giving to unite the community is shit-filled.
Just linger it in your nostrils a little bit.
No, she probably has like poop like sliding down her face.
Okay. I want you to know that us talking about these books has forever changed my experience in reading them.
I'm so sorry.
I don't know if it's a bad thing.
I can't turn it off.
Because like during this I was laughing knowing that that's what you were thinking as you were reading it.
Because the
like,
whole time
FYI, they still haven't showered.
Can you imagine, like, Obama was one of the best speech givers ever, right? Like, we can all agree he was good at speeches.
Right.
Can you imagine if he had, like, how inspirational could it be? One of the best orators of our time.
Covered in shit.
Obama couldn't pull it off.
Impactful? Who knows?
No, it's not. Trust me. I've pictured it.
Okay.
It doesn't work.
Still smelling like shit.
Okay.
Inspirational speech. Okay, cool. Jasmine pulls Araya to the side and just confirms, like, is that real? Because
is that shit?
No.
Is that shit real?
She was talking about her and Rain, but also she knows the shit's real because she can smell it. Remember
okay,
Marissa?
Fair.
Okay.
Okay, I'll drop it.
Wafting.
I promise I'll drop it as soon as they bathe.
Jasmine made sure to tell her, I just want you to know you have my full loyalty and respect, Highness. Even if your choices aren't mine, that's not mine to make. And in light of recent events, I just want to make that clear. Like, I follow you and the crown and will take your lead no matter what it is. And she appreciated that very much. Very much. So then she tells her about Septimus and the god blood and what he's looking for, and he thinks that Vincent has it, and Jasmine's just thinking the whole time, and she's like, so she's not surprised, right? Yeah. Jasmine is not surprised, but also doesn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
And she's like, what, you thought because I was your dad's head of war and I was fucking him that he was going to tell me things? And Araya's like, I kind of did. Yeah. And she's like, yeah, no, he didn't tell me that kind of stuff.
Which I really like this revelation because Araya the whole time has always thought she didn't really know much about it. She only got like a sliver of Vincent, and it was always a mask of some kind.
Right.
Now she's seeing that of everybody, she probably still got the most.
Exactly. And remember, she was jealous of Jasmine.
Yeah.
And jealous of like kind of their connection.
Yeah.
So this is a huge conversation between them. I mean, Jasmine has showed her that she's loyal, but more loyal to the crown, loyal to the Hajj people, right?
Yeah.
This is where she is like, they're also opening up to each other.
Yeah.
Araya's like, did you love him? And she's like, I mean, I loved my king, right? And maybe I wanted more, but I also always knew he would never be able to give me more.
Yeah.
And she's like, why? And he's like, because it's same thing that Rain's been telling her.
Yeah.
There's too much weakness in love, especially with vampires, and he had already shown too much with you.
Yeah, he wouldn't risk any more love.
He can't. Like,
Yeah.
and she wasn't even saying he wouldn't. It was almost like she just knew there's no way he could.
Yeah.
And that's not what's good for the kingdom either, and
Yeah.
all of that.
I will also say this part of the conversation, I was like, oh shit, maybe I was a little hard on Vincent.
Yeah.
Because I took it in contrast to my fatherly upbringing, not compared to the world. And if his lover / general, like,
Right.
really painted a picture here of, oh, that was really risky that he even was that nice to her.
Right. Right.
Now I kind of feel like a dick.
You should, actually. No. I think we're just understanding that they're more complex.
Yes.
Right? It's okay
Layers.
to not understand Vincent and his choices and all of that and be mad, but it's also like you're seeing a different level or a different layer that had to be there.
Yeah.
For the era he was coming up in.
Well, and this is also making me feel bad about me being mad at Rain because
as you should.
because holy shit, is he being risky as hell with his goo eyes all the time.
He can't help himself, Marissa.
Okay.
He can't help it. He is gone. He is head over heels.
So this is the turn where I was like, sorry, Rain.
He's already died for her multiple times.
Well, okay, he made her kill him, which is different.
And then as soon as he was called out on it, he was like,
I know. Okay, he grows. I appreciate growth. Okay.
Speaking of Rain, they are in, there's like these, they're like, we need a bath. Jasmine, we need baths. She's like,
finally.
Yeah. Let me take you to the hot springs, okay? So they're all standing there. Rain like tries to talk to Misha. Meanwhile, remember again, they have flown for a week, right? Mm-hmm. Misha has avoided him this whole time, probably because he smells like shit.
Yeah, they all should be avoiding each other.
But he's like, Misha, and she's like, no, bath first, and goes. They all like linger. Her and Lilith leave, and Vale like awkwardly is like standing there, and he's like, hey, bud, if you wanted to make this any more awkward while your wife's naked somewhere rinsing shit off of herself, like you've achieved that, okay? He kind of, Vale tries to apologize is really what it comes down to. He tells him, that he knows what he was doing back then when Rain was a slave, that he didn't do anything, didn't participate, but he also didn't stop it, which doesn't make it right?
Yeah.
So he's like,
thank you, Vale.
I loved that.
Vale's a good guy.
A very similar response that Jasmine had with Araya, where he's like, my loyalty lies with you. Yeah. And things maybe have changed because I have a human turned wife. I fell in love with a human. Maybe I understand more now. And Rain makes it very clear she will never live the life I lived. Yeah. Like, that will never happen to her under my rule. And he's like, I know that now. And he makes sure to say, also, if anything should happen, the same would be true for Araya. And there was a, passing between the two of them that if anything happens to me, you need to throw your loyalty behind her. Yeah. Because that is the kingdom that we are all seeing together. Not and she will do it too.
Frickin' Simon.
And Vale understood. Like, total buy-in at that point. Not reluctant buy-in, not, okay, well, if you die, I'm going to do what I need to do. This is the shit covered trip. Seriously united.
I mean, there's a lot of trauma walking through a sewer.
Yes.
Luckily, that trauma bonding is not needed between us.
Right.
Because we're just bonded.
Yes. So Vale goes off. Rain finally gets in the spring water. All right. He's like, ugh. And apparently it's magic spring water because all the shit is gone as soon as they come up. And as soon as he came up out of the water, he could feel Araya there. Right? They just knew of each other's presence. It pans to her mind and what she's thinking. And she's talking about how he smells even through the shit. She smells him and his pheromones. Very like they don't talk about mates in this world, but like all the other worlds, it's like very mate. Like they're very
Like
destined for each
soulmates.
other. Fate.
Yes.
We'll hear things, especially coming up, about fate being part of things, but they very much know each other are there. They always know each other are around. She's noticing his mark because she can see. I think she tells him to turn around so she could get naked and get in the tub. I also thought there was a lovely nod to consent here because she was like, he did without saying anything, knowing that just because he saw me naked once doesn't mean he has permission to see me naked again. I thought that was super respectful and I loved it.
Thank you, Rain.
Little nod of consent. Consent can be given or taken away at any time.
Respectful son of a gun.
You respectful son of a gun. She's noticing his mark, right? And how it perfectly molds to his body, even within the scars that he has from trying to burn it off of himself before. But it frames out and how it's very similar to hers, like the smoke and the moon phases and things like that.
Because they're both Nightborn, man.
Right. And how they're supposed to be enemies, but they're obviously two sides to the same coin. It's a pair, right? He then says, like, what's it look like? I don't get to see it very much. And he was making comments about how he hates it because it's Nikolai's, right? It looks like his, and I hate that his mark is on me. And she's like, it's not his mark. It's your mark, right?
Yeah.
But then she's also making the same realizations that she felt that way about hers.
Yeah.
That it was Vincent's and it gave her different feelings. And he tells her, no, it's yours. Right?
Aww.
As there's also these
as they're looking at each other's naked bodies.
Very much longing.
Previously shit covered, but now clean.
No, they just went one time in the spring. There was no soap.
Nope.
There was no loofah. Washcloth. Nothing.
Shampoo? Conditioner?
No shampoo.
Don't
conditioner.
think so.
No. Not even a little bit of scrubbing water with your own hand.
Just dip. Gone.
Apparently.
Let's hope it's very magical.
I don't think so. There is, in this point, before they fade to private time, she asks him for one honest thing, right? This is their little thing back and forth. And he said, never, Araya, never again. And not just because I don't have a chance in hell of taking Severnage back without you, but because I wouldn't want to. Kiss, 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 kiss. Feel. Fade to private time. The only thing I want to highlight about this very private time that we're not going to talk about publicly. I mean, it's just so rude. She talked about how much she still hated her attraction to him, but also loved it. That's a repetitive thing. Like even at the beginning when she was finding out her attraction, it was always like, I hate that. I know that about him. I hate that I see that about him. I hate that I feel this way about him, right? Type of thing.
Because they're star-crossed lovers.
I think so too. He talked about how he missed her, even though like they've been together, but he misses the connection, the closeness, the relationship. It's very pretty. And now we're going to leave them alone.
Okay. And they can continue on their mission.
Private time.
So now, what the hey are we going to do? We have Simon and Septimus with the coup. Simon took over. All the lords have followed him. We have like half of an army.
Right.
We have Jessamine. She's like, we're pretty much decimated. We've got a half an army. So put those two half armies together and we have a mangled tag team crew.
Yeah. So essentially in this plan preparedness, right? It was very obvious that Jessamine and Vale hated each other, but they really worked really well together.
Yes.
They were actually very similar and they're both really good at their jobs. What I found hilarious is this hodgepodge tag team army, right? Araya was like, it was actually not too bad. It was better than we thought. We only had a few gouged eyes and ripped off ears and only like a handful of people murdered.
Yeah.
But essentially it was like camaraderie.
Yeah. We're good.
We expected way worse. You do have to think, they have always hated each other.
They've always hated each other.
So this is two most hated groups coming together
Against
to
a
have to
common
fight
enemy.
together. Yeah, against a common enemy. But I did find that hilarious.
Yeah.
Before they leave,
Yeah.
right? Rain finally corners Misha, confronts her. And she's like, no, I mean, da, da, da. He's like, stop, knock it off. You're coming with me right now. They walk away. He says, I know about the dead prince.
Yeah.
Misha kind of shuts down a little bit, right? And still is like battling. I thought
Yeah.
Araya told you. He goes, she told me there's a dead prince. Nothing else. And she's like, oh, okay. Rain, she didn't even have to fully say it. She just said it was him.
Yeah.
And Rain knew just by the look, by her mannerisms, and he had already mentioned in this push-pull back and forth that he felt that she looked the same as she did when he found her, right?
So she's
so as
going
soon as
through
she
something.
said it was him, he knew the Shadowborn Prince was the one that had turned her and left her for dead, right?
Yeah.
And she was going to be given as a present back to him. That's why she was up in Araya's room. That's why he's putting all these things together.
I did not catch that.
Oh, yeah.
Say that all again.
That he could tell by the look on her face and the nonverbal back and forth that basically not only was he the one who did it, but the reason she wasn't in the dungeons, the reason she was up in Araya's room, and the reason he was walking up there was because she was being given back to him as a present.
I did not catch that.
Yeah.
This is holy shit.
Well,
Okay.
because Araya was putting that together when she found Misha, right? To an extent.
I heard her just be like, oh, why was she here? And for some reason in my head, I made up the story that Misha was upset and just went to Araya's room.
And then just got locked in
then just got locked in.
Yeah.
And they knew she was there, but she was an ally. She was already locked. We don't have to bring her down to the dungeon.
No, she was going to be given. Yeah.
Okay. Well, shit. That makes me even more mad.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what we're going to fucking do.
Right.
So we have 1 week. We prepare. We are going to march and retake Savernage. The idea here is it's the Bloodborne in there, and then Simon and some loyalists who frankly are nobles and they're not fighters.
Right.
Right? So
Right.
we shouldn't worry about it. We have a fucking half an army. So what they're going to do is Vale's fleets are going to attack from the sea. Mm-hmm. Rain is going to do an airborne strike. Okay. Keturah and demon forces are going to attack on land. And Jessamine is going to take us through the tunnels beneath the city with Araya.
So they know they're going to have less. Mm-hmm. And they're trying to attack from all fronts and detract attention as well.
Yes.
Right? It's very smart.
Yes.
Very smart.
And they will take the kingdom back because before it gets out of hand.
It's their best shot.
Yeah.
It
it's
still
their
isn't
only shot.
looking great.
No.
Right? Yeah.
It's definitely this. The crazy thing is, coups usually are lesser power coming and trying, like a rebellion. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is like a reverse rebellion.
True.
Where the coup actually was like the rich people just like flicking their thumb at like, just get out of here. Okay. So, before they part ways, do you want to talk about this? Because I won't do it justice.
Oh, okay. So essentially, Araya and Rain are having their little like talk before they have to go on their separate missions. I forget where Rain was going with the sky, right? The airborne assault. I forget where Araya was going.
She is in the dungeons with Jessamine.
Okay. So before they like leave, they have their little snippy like fake I hate yous back and forth a little bit. She doesn't want to address like the forces. She's like, I don't have any kind of love declaration speech going on. But then she tells him, all right, let's take our fucking kingdom back. And he's like, I thought you didn't have a speech. And she's like, okay, shut up. But she tells him, be careful. He doesn't deserve to kill you. Talking about Simon. Yeah. Right? Because Simon is Nikolai's cousin. Yeah. Looks a lot like him. All of that. Right? She knows the emotion behind it. And Rain just, that's her way of saying she loves him. Yeah. Right? Like, she's never really said anything like that. She's thought these things, but she doesn't say it to him ever. Rain smiles. And he's like, give him help, princess. I'll see you soon.
Oh, yeah.
Then Rain turns, and there's a massive army in the sky.
They're so screwed.
we're pretty much screwed.
Yeah.
Do you want me to keep going?
No, I can go.
Okay.
Okay. So Jessamine actually starts leading them to the edge of the city. And in Araya's head, she's like, damn, Jessamine knows a bunch of these tunnels. Because remember, Araya only knew one.
Yeah.
And it was the shit one. Like Jessamine was like, oh, I totally understand. They wouldn't have followed you down the shit. That was a smart tunnel to pick. And Araya was just like, that was the only tunnel I knew about.
Only one
But-
Daddy let me know about, you know?
Jessamine actually leads them through a tunnel that goes straight from outside the gates of the town all the way to the castle. And so Araya's like, oh, well, of course, I would have known this one. He didn't want me to ever go past the gates.
Exactly.
So they're going through, as they're walking through, Araya just says like she is feeling the magic energy above her. So she's like, holy cow, they have to be getting decimated out there. Our ragtag crew was half injured and very small in comparison, and feeling the energy. She's like, there's a lot of power.
Well, she could feel a change in the magic, something different, and it was very obvious their plan wasn't working.
Yeah.
So she just starts bolting up from the tunnels.
Yeah. So when she comes up, she actually sees Rain and Simon fighting. And the crazy thing is Simon looks nuts.
Yeah.
And he looks almost possessed. And what she sees is on his sternum is the pennant that she lost earlier. So obviously they found it and looked like little teeth crowded around it. And she's like, holy cow, Septimus found...
He said he had found teeth.
Yeah, God's teeth.
Yeah.
Nyaxia's husband's teeth.
That's what she's putting together.
Yes.
But it's like the pennant is like gnarled metal, like burned into his flesh.
Yes.
And she's like, and then there's like something like bones or, oh my God, it's teeth. Like, so even the way she like tells us about this, it's gruesome. His eyes, I'm just imagining, are crazy. She was even saying the swells of magic around him were like red and chaotic. Like he's quite obviously, like you said, possessed. Like,
yes.
Held a hold of, not himself.
The whole time we notice Septimus is just looking out the window up in the safety of his penthouse.
Yeah.
Looking at the chaos and just smoking his cigarillo.
Yeah.
So Rain and Simon are going at it and it does not look good. So Araya comes and she actually takes the Trusair. Is it Trusair? What is it called?
Taker of Hearts.
Taker of Hearts. What's the Trusair?
That's Akatar.
Shit.
Truth Slayer? Isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's Akatar.
Or Game of Thrones.
Everyone's got an important sword.
Okay. She takes the important sword and she stabs him through the back, like surprises him. He doesn't even effing flinch. All he does is say, oh, now I've got target number 2. And Rain gets a breath while Simon starts coming after her.
Right.
And no matter how much like Nightfire she flings at him, like she sees his flesh like bubbling on his face.
I imagined it more like she was emitting nothing but Nightfire and they were like clinged to each other and it's just melting him and he's not even...
It doesn't even hurt.
He's like that bloodborne vampire from the trials.
Yes.
You know, where like he doesn't even see it. He's already possessed. Yeah.
So there's no fighting him.
Right. So as this is happening, she sees like just this streak of like black and red come hurling through and like Rain pummels Simon off, like tackles him off of her. She sees the city. It's a freaking blood bath. Like bloodborne everywhere. They're full force at this point, so the element of surprise is gone.
Yeah.
And they're way stronger and like they need to retreat now. They got to get the hell out of here now. Rain told her to go because he's fighting Simon, and she's like, "We have one shot. There's no way. Like you'll die. There's no way." And the only shot we have is to kill Simon. More soldiers are like rushing up and she lunges at Simon, and as they're battling, she's definitely not winning. She's like, I'm gonna die, here we go again.
Goodbye.
And they tumble over the railing and all she sees is Rain like jump after her, and it looked just like the painting. She always thought he was reaching out for soldiers, and she's like, he's reaching for me because
And
she's falling.
So that's so interesting that was a foreshadowing picture.
Yeah.
So that means somewhere in time. So this is, just to remind everybody, first time we ever see Rain. We don't know who he is. He is actually looking at the only picture in the whole castle during
Right.
Vincent era of a Rashawn soldier falling to what we think is his death off a balcony. Right. So now we know not only was prophecy, so some seer somewhere did it,
Right.
but Vincent had hung up what he assumed was the fall of the Rashawn,
Right.
because it was a Rashawn falling to his death, but it was really a Rashawn falling for his daughter to save her.
Daughter. Ew. Lover.
Well, for Vincent's daughter. I was
His
doing it in
daughter.
the context of Vincent.
You need to there's a comma needed within there somewhere.
Grammar is important. Okay, so Rain actually swoops and starts.
Well, Araya's like, everything went black.
Yes.
So I very much saw Spider-Man
Yeah.
going after, and then she hit the ground.
Yeah.
And Rain is frantic, right? Picks
Yeah.
her up. He's being chased by Simon, so I just see him like swooping in, chased by Simon. He sees Vale, and I just kind of see it's a drive-by.
Yeah.
He's like, retreat!
Get
Retreat!
the fuck out of here!
And he just keeps going. Simon's following him, and he's just going, I need to go somewhere safe. I need to get out of here. I need to go somewhere safe. He remembers a letter 24 years ago. He's going. You kind of assume that he's going to 24 years ago, a letter where Araya's mom ended up going, right? Going there.
Which, remember, all we have is a picture, basically.
That Vincent drew, right?
So we know he cared a little
and
bit.
we know a little bit from that really lovely detective work that her obsessed husband did for her. He lands at
Husband
nightfall.
against her will, I will note, but whatever.
He lands in the middle of nowhere, right? Deep within Rashawn territory. I need help. I need help. He's remembering the name that signed the letter he read. Alaya, someone named Alaya. And a lady was like, that's me, from behind him. And she's like, and he's like, I know who you are. I know who you are. I know who she is too. Get inside. Stop attracting attention.
Yeah, shut the F up, man.
Get in there. And then we just pan to Araya waking up in a lot of pain, but she's like, pain is good. It means I'm not dead, because the last thing I remember is falling to my death. Mm-hmm. She, in a very small chair, it says, next to her is Rain asleep, and she just kind of does and you just see that Rain's big body like jerked awake and is like, are you okay? Are you okay? And he like...
His hand on his sword. Like, what happened?
What happened? Where's she going? She starts laughing and he's like on her, kissing the tears off her face. And she's like, what? I'm crying? And I just saw a very loving, like, you're alive. Don't ever fucking do that to me again. And then a woman comes into the door. And Araya instantly is like, I know her. Like, she doesn't know her, but it's familiar. Mm-hmm. The feeling is what she remembers. And she's like, hi, I'm Alaya. I'm your aunt. And as she's talking, like, Araya's like having memories, right? Rain gives her a update, right? We've only been here about a day. You've only been knocked out for a day. Everyone else went to our rendezvous point right outside of Severnage. The battle was a disaster. You do remember that correctly.
Bad idea.
Yep.
Bad idea.
Did not work the way we thought
Who
at
was
all.
the strategist for that battle?
It was worth the college try. Araya kind of tries to sit up. She definitely feels dizzy and weak, but surprisingly, she's like, I'm fine. Because they're like, we're going to meet everybody else once you're okay. She's like, I'm actually fine. And Rain's like, turns out your aunt is one hell of a healer.
She's a wicked good healer.
She good, man. It was good. And Auntie was like, I got help from his blood. And he's like, yeah. But she does say the only reason Araya lived because you needed more than Nyaxia's magic. So they pulled from different magic. I don't know how to say this god's name that she's a priestess of. Akaija?
Yeah.
It's another god. So they had to pull from their god. So Rain had remembered in these letters to and from her mother that there was a healer. And so he took a chance. He just went here. This god, I forget, I don't think I remembered what they did. I didn't write down what they did. But anyways, her aunt's a priestess or a healer from that god's blood, right? And Araya just had these flashbacks. She's like, I lived with you. And the aunt's kind of like, "Oh, I didn't think you'd remember that." Because I think she was like 3. Like she was very, very young. She's like, you were born here. Actually in that bed right there.
You're laying in it.
Right here. This is where you were born. She told her a little bit about her mom. She's like, your mom was wonderful and obnoxious. And it was actually, we had both been blessed with a little bit of magic, and it was actually her idea to become an acolyte of this god. It was the goddess of lost things. So this goddess of lost things, it was her mom's idea to become an acolyte.
So we hear finally about Araya's mom directly from her sister. And
Auntie.
Alina, how did you pronounce it?
Alina.
Alina? I don't know. She was actually the better healer, but she wanted something big. So she started like experimenting with sorcery and with being a seer and everything. And that's really what made her lean into the god of lost things. And because she always wanted something bigger and badder, one day we find out that the person who runs the country, Vincent, is actually looking for healers. And she goes to the city and actually demonstrates her power and gets selected to actually work with the king.
Right. Which wasn't really common, right? Not many kings, especially I think it was on the Hajj side. They didn't have faith in seers because seers were human.
Yeah.
So wasn't that what it was? Nikolai had seers, but like the Hajj side typically didn't?
No, I think it was Nightborn typically did it.
Okay.
The Bloodborn were the ones.
Yes.
And it's because they were always trying to figure out how to get rid of the curse.
So it was essentially kind of weird.
It was definitely weird that Vincent was looking into this stuff.
Yeah.
And so she applied. She actually finds out that her mom lived at the castle, and they actually fell in love. Vincent and her fell in love and started creating wonderful things. So they definitely were doing things. And in Araya's head, she's very much like, ding, ding, ding. Like, that's the god's blood. My mom had something to do with it.
Well, and Auntie, right, was filling in the gaps in this conversation. She's like, now granted, I only got pieces, but I know they were trying to restore something that had been lost or perhaps create something new. And I know it was like very powerful. Very, very powerful.
Yeah. Evidently, Araya finds out through this story that her mother truly did love Vincent.
Oh, yeah.
And she speculates that did Vincent actually love her? It was a picture of his hand-drawn pictures, the picture she has of her.
Right.
So it's like, maybe he did love her. So there's a couple of like quotes like, she looked at him like he was the sun, and he looked at her like she was the moon. But one thing the aunt does mention is he could bypass the humanness in her, but he still looked at us like we were cockroaches.
Right.
So it didn't matter. Like that wasn't loving all of her. That was just loving like a small piece of it.
Yeah.
Which actually made me reflect on Vale and Lilith too.
Agreed.
Because I feel like it would be hard if you then adapt your person to you.
It also makes sense on why we can trust Vale now. Mm-hmm. Because it makes that whole conversation Rain and him had, that he's like, maybe it's the fact that I have like he understands that love.
Yeah.
Right? And that humanity isn't what he was taught his whole life. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Araya finds out that her mom left because of her. Mm-hmm. And she just showed back up one day and was pregnant. And her aunt was like, well, don't you think he's going to be pissed and want his baby? And she's like, no, he won't follow me.
Yeah.
And had had her. She actually grew up there. But then she got to an age where she was concerned because she fell in love with somebody and was like, this is what would make him pissed.
Right.
If he finds out I'm married with somebody else, happy with somebody else, he might come for us.
Right.
Her new husband,
Home.
they got married and they actually moved to his family members, which it was actually Rashawn territory.
Salonay.
Which was Salonay. And that is actually where Vincent first found Araya.
It's crazy that now that all comes together, right?
Yeah.
They thought they were going there deep in Rashawn territory to be safe.
Yeah.
Because Vincent couldn't come into Rashawn territory, right? And
Yeah.
then that ultimately we know the entire place was burned down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the tragicness of it is like, oh.
Yeah. So she told Araya her mother loved her so much. And I hope you never doubt that your mother loved you so much.
Yeah.
And this is just such a gift because Araya has always thought like all this information was lost.
She's been alone. She's been alone, right? And so I think Auntie going like, you've always been fiercely, fiercely loved. Like everyone here has always loved you. I hope you felt that. The realization that Araya's like, well, no, I didn't. But now it matters, right?
Yeah. Well,
it's just tragic. It's all just
she probably has a little PTSD because the only relative she's met on the other side was pretty crazy.
Little some mental health problems there. She also remembers Alcom's name. She's like, I thought he was my father. And Auntie was like, because he became your father. He was your father.
Yeah. That was purposeful.
Yep.
He adopted you and he loved you very much.
Yeah.
Well, and I love because I think Araya, there was like a drift of like guilt, like, oh shit, did they all die because of me?
Oh yeah.
And they were just
Survivor's
the sense
guilt.
of like, no, they still love me.
Yeah.
They still can't wait to see how I grew up.
Yeah.
Anybody who had survived this devastation.
So Auntie at this point gives her a bracelet. That was her mom's. It's like got little black stones all around it, which match the stones in the ring, which match the stones in the necklace. It's all a set. So she puts it on and she felt a jolt of magic go through her, looks down, and there's ink all over her hand and a triangle, and it's a map.
Dun, da, da, da.
These like tattoos that have meaning. Love it. So right away they're like, get the mirror, get Jasmine on the phone now, let's go. So they're calling Jasmine, Vale, Misha, Keturah, and Alina, Auntie are all with her, and they're talking it out. So Auntie is like, quite obviously there was a spell forged in the jewelry, in the metal work, to be activated when they're all together and on the right person. Mm-hmm. And I love how Auntie's like, that sister of mine, too smart for her own good.
So
Damn,
smart.
she's good. Oh, still doing it. And the fact that it wasn't Nyaxia's magic meant Vincent wouldn't sense it on there. Genius. Good job, Mom. The map shows the House of Night, then Tarna, where they're at, in the bottom left, and Severnage is in the upper right corner. With a little star marked at the top center where nothing exists as far as they know, right?
Yeah.
It's the middle of like a mountain range. Auntie's like, I don't know what it is, but I know your mom was scared of whatever she was helping Vincent do. And she was growing afraid of the magnitude of power and how that would come to fruition with someone distrustful.
Yeah.
Vincent, right? So she was getting scared. She also thought that what Simon, when they were describing what he looked like in the metal, she's like, it sounds like it's an activator that was like kind of hacked apart and forced to make it into something else. So a very hodgepodge duct tape version of what Septimus is actually looking for, essentially. They're breaking down what the hell are we going to do? Because our last plan, quite frankly, sucked. And we still are small. We're now even smaller, going against a large army. And we have to go right by Severnage to get to where that star is on that map.
It's not good.
That's not good. It's not going to really work. So they're going to be looking. Septimus is going to be looking for Araya. And Vale's like, we need to take a big fucking gamble here. We need to put all of our eggs
Hail
in one
Mary, baby.
basket.
Hail
and
Mary
we need
time.
to go to them to give Rain and Araya like a shot.
Yeah.
At whatever is in there, where whatever is at the star is gonna save us all.
Yeah.
We don't even know.
Hopefully, if it was something that Vincent created in so much secret, hopefully it's enough to destroy a whole army.
And they're also banking on the fact that Septimus, who has seemed to know more than them the whole time,
Septimus is playing chess,
some of this.
And we're playing hopscotch. This is embarrassing.
I love Misha's summary. She goes, okay, so if they go by themselves, they get killed. If we wait for Simon to come to them, they get killed. If they attack Savernage again, they get killed. It doesn't seem like to anybody else that this is our only option where there is a sliver of chance that we all don't get killed. And so it's like, yeah, that's pretty much. So we're just gonna go down fighting in the name of blind fucking hope. Everyone's like, yep, we are. And she's like, all right, that's what we're doing. Cool. So they all realize this is their only shot in hell, and the odds are even worse than they were before, which did not go well at all. Before they leave for this brilliant plan that they have to save the world, Auntie is like, hey, I got to introduce you to my husband. So this is your uncle, Jace, and this is his friend, Tamra, I think. And they both remember her. They both remember Araya, and they just right away, like, I think they kneel and pledge their allegiance to her and offer assistance from the humans. They're like, we know we're just humans, but we have a pretty big network. We actually had a secret network where humans would be vigilantes and protect other humans from vampires.
Kind of like Araya did, and she thought she was the only one in the world that's just saving people, but here, one vampire at a time.
This family friend was like, similar to what you do, apparently. Like, they already knew about her.
Rain, it's in her genetic blood.
Right. They also noticed their jobs have gotten quite a bit easier. And Rain just chimes in, I was human once. Humans will always be safe, like, under my rule. And she's kind of like, why? And he's like, it just kind of seems like the right thing to do, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Seems a little brutal, don't you think?
I did have a wife and child, so somewhere out there is my human relatives.
So the humans are basically like, listen, if that's how you vibe, we rock with that, okay? So if you continue to protect us and don't treat us like cattle, we will give you all the forces we have. Everything in our power.
We will put our human forces behind you.
Yeah.
Hurrah!
So Jace then shows Araya the Taker of Hearts. And remember, she used it with Simon. That magic shattered it into pieces. Jace and Auntie then go, hey, by the way, Auntie and Uncle, we know how to forge magical weapons.
We're really good at it, actually.
We're really good at it. So I don't have all of the sword here, but we can put it back together. And she's like, can you make them dual blades instead? What are you doing?
That's how I figured. Well, that's how demon hunters do daggers. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
Actually, I haven't. That's probably the one kid movie that I have not yet.
You have to watch it.
That's what everyone says.
It's pretty cute.
I know. I've heard the music and stuff like that, but I haven't actually sat down and watched it with.
Okay. Well, you'll like it. Let's do a podcast episode about demon hunters and us telling the demon hunter story. It'll be fun.
Okay.
So your homework.
Watch the movie.
And then we're going to tell the story.
Okay.
Together. Because this is our last recording. So next week, let's record Demon Hunters just for fun.
All right. I got some homework to do.
You need to get into some K-pop, man.
What I thought was awesome about these blades is that she still felt the presence of Vincent, but it was just like a whisper and a shadow. So it's more like they're her. It's I think symbolism of like her ever-changing like growth.
Yeah.
Right? So now she's very confident, but she still has the presence of her dad, and it's just enough, right? She gets to just keep like the part that makes her feel proud of herself.
But it's hers now. Whatcha?
Right.
Quit making that face.
I'm talking about how you really knocked my sound effects, and I'm laughing because yours
are great, are
No,
better.
that's not what I was going to say. That's not what I was going to say. But sure.
Sure. So Rain and Araya get a head start. And the plan is they are going to fly straight towards this random dot in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
All the forces will follow a little bit later
The movement of the forces is supposed to distract.
so that they don't know where Rain and Araya are actually going.
So they're just not paying attention. They're
Yes.
looking at the forces so that way they don't see them. Like, because
Yes.
they're going to be right there. I
So
guess.
this also means that Rain and Araya get a lot of one-on-one time.
I mean, it's only one night.
Yeah, it is. Okay. And so they spend the night.
Yeah, it's like a deserty area. And what do, Marissa?
Fade to black.
They have pre-war sex that happens in every fucking fantasy novel.
I
Where the
don't-
night before a big battle, they get it on.
So, okay, question.
Yes.
If you were going into battle,
Yes.
you would spend the last
Yes.
night doing that? I feel
might
like I
die.
would be prepping because I don't want to die.
I am always prepared. Okay,
I-
1. 2. You are probably going to die. You need to
That's
get
a very
nervous energy
pessimistic
out.
view.
But that you have to go into war not caring. Like to be in war mode, you have to be like ready to die. And I think I'd have to bang it out one more time before I was ready to die.
See, I'm thinking of it as like, I need to be really fucking prepared so I survive. I don't think I would have the mental capacity to like let it go and just go for it.
Called
I'd be like,
anxiety.
I need to wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow. I need to prep my bed.
I need to shower. I don't want to have to shower sex smells off of me.
Yes.
God.
I don't want to get a UTI.
I'm going to have to go pee. I'm going to be wide awake.
Sharpen my daggers. Like, I won't have the mental capacity to bang it
I would
out.
already have all that done because I'm a Scorpio. So it's already like,
okay.
they already sharpened. We're good to go. I got to get the nervous energy out and then go to sleep.
Okay. See, I would just...
Efficiency.
Okay. So anyway, fade to black.
Wait, but part of the fade to black, okay? There was a lot of both of them, like, I just saw very lovingly, like, let me remember all the shapes of your face. Let me remember.
See, I would do that. I would like lay there and like...
Without the happy ending?
I feel like I would have the energy.
I mean, the cuddle stuff is great and the love is great, but you need the, like, happy ending. Duh, Marissa. Jeez, you don't even know how to war, right? One line from Araya. In her mind, she's going, Rain, my downfall, my most valuable supporter, my weakness, my strength, my worst enemy, and the greatest love I have ever known. Her exact opposite push-pull. Also, very similar to her father and the feelings of being, like, incredibly disappointed and proud and, you know, back and forth. What else? The word carnal moans coming out of your mouth was a little much for me. What else? That's about it.
Then they went to sleep because they have to wake up at 5 a.m. and sharpen their blades. But anyway, so as they approach the target, they actually see Jessamine, Vale, and Katora holding Misha, approaching the Haija and Rashawn forces. And they like saw a wave of human troops on the ground below.
I started chanting like, Rudy, Rudy, Rudy. It was very like a war montage. Like, so proud of them. Look at those guys. Yeah.
So I pictured that moment a little bit differently because
You're already laughing.
I like laughed in my head a little bit because, okay, we already know we got decimated.
Yeah.
We've got Bloodborne who are scary. We've got demons. We've got crazy fucking Simon who literally can't die and has god teeth like melded into his chest.
That gives them weird
on
red
one
magic.
side.
We don't even know what this red magic does.
On the other side, I just pictured, okay, the like 5 noblemen that we have like leading it which is the people you mentioned.
So you're not thinking, end game where it's like she's not alone and it's all the women superheroes.
I picture it like really one-sided because the Rashawn and Hydra just got their ass kicked.
Yeah.
So I just pictured like limping people, like like one amputee coming up, like.
Isn't that a scene in Dodgeball?
Yeah.
Like,
and then like 20 humans being like, "We got this,"
with pitchforks.
And I was like, "Oh."
Okay, let's choose to have my memory initially.
Well, I just was like, we really need whatever secret weapon we can find in this super secret place.
Super secret place. Speaking of which, Rain and Araya land, and these are like old buildings, not foothills that they thought they saw from above. Araya's skin starts to burn, right? By where the necklace is, by where the ring is, by where the bracelet is, they're close, right? The rocks are glowing. It's kind of a cool trick, obviously. It's like her whole being was being called to this spot, this door. Rain's like, look, it's a door. Ow! It burns him. It's not for you.
No.
Not for you, dude. Araya cuts her hand, puts her blood on without even thinking of it. Door disappears. So Araya,
Gotcha, punk.
Rain's like, every part of me is screaming, do not go in there, Araya. And she's like, that's funny because every part of me is saying, I gotta go in there.
Yeah.
I am being called there.
Do.
Right when Rain's like, no, they see the huge wave of Rashawn and Bloodborne warriors merging with theirs. And it's just, you just kind of see, I see like bird, swells, like just all over each other.
It's like the sun gets blackened out
Yeah.
because there's so many flying across like
right.
he's screwed.
So he kind of looks at her. She looks
Their
at
20
him.
humans aren't gonna work.
That's why I feel like mine's a little better. But she has no choice. He has no choice. And he says, give him hell, right? And she goes, don't you dare let him win. And he's got a crooked smile and he's like, I don't plan to. And I love you, babe. I just think you should know I love you. She doesn't say it back, but
She thinks it in her head, and then
she turns around. I just see this like movie montage moment. He's like, I love you. And she's like, yeah. And he takes off and she turns around, main character moment. And then she falls down the stairs and there's Nightfire like, and I just thought graceful because she's like, damn.
that's something I would do.
So I'll just explain the room. She's in a circular room, all stone, all around her. And there's a column in the center. And two like barriers around the column. Every single inch of this stone is covered with different carvings. And she recognizes a couple from like her mom's like letters and stuff. But other than that, it's a language she has no idea what it is. She can tell the magic in the room is like not meant for her, is the way she describes it. She tries to jump over the first like wall. Like I picture it being like a hurdle. And it's just like, boom, she's knocked right back. Oh, force field. Cool. Yeah, I figured as much. She can tell the magic is powerful, so it's going to require offering. What would Daddy? Blood. It's obviously blood. Mm-hmm. Cuts her hand, puts it on the stone. It starts to like flow through the carvings. Then we cut. So this is going to be a constant cut back and forth to what Araya's doing and what's actually going on in the battle.
Yeah.
What were we going to say?
The funny thing that went through my head when she did that is when Violet cut her hand and said, everybody put their blood on the word stone, and everybody stood there and nothing happened. And she's like, God, I feel like an idiot.
Just wait a little longer. Just maybe let it charge.
Our blood is powerful.
Maybe it's got to charge for a little bit. It's okay.
And then I was like, it worked. It freaking worked for her. Lucky Araya just had to cut her hand again.
I know. So easy. So easy. Vampire World's totally easier. Okay, so Rain flies up, meets Vale in battle. He does make a note that he's like, I'm never going to get used to Vale looking like he's relieved to see me.
Yeah.
That will never be something that doesn't make me go. Vale just points out to where Simon is, and he sees Simon, and he sees that Simon keeps looking back at the ruins. So he knows what's there. So Rain's on him. Rain and Simon's magic meet each other like a huge flash. They said like lightness meets darkness, red and black, stars and night engulf both of them in their own like little cocoon of battle. Rain keeps noting how much Simon looks like Nikolai. So I feel like it's kind of throwing him off of his game, but it pushes Rain. He's fighting harder, and he gets Simon a couple of times, like in his wing. So that's a good sign, right? Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, it's not. Simon's super
It's
strong.
great. It's great.
It's good. I'm doing great. I'm doing great, right? Simon at this point grabs him closer. He pulls his sword out and he's like, "This kingdom was never made for people like you. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you can become? You can become him? You? Yeah, right. Yeah, right." And Rain's like, "You're right. I'm just a turned slave. That's all I'll ever be." And Simon's kind of like, "What? Wait, you're agreeing with me? Huh? And
Reverse psychology? Is it working?
Wait, what? And Rain slips his hand into his armor and like twists that metal that's like lodged into him and like rips it free. And Simon's like, "Ah, that hurts really bad," right? And it all goes like a flash of white, not black, and they just start falling to the ground. Cut to Araya.
So Araya is transformed back into a previous place, and it is actually her mom talking to Vincent, but she is like the embodiment of Vincent, so obviously his memory of some kind. And it's actually her mom and Vincent making the Taker of Hearts together. And she is like, "You need to sacrifice or give something of yourself to imbue this with power." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll just give it some blood." And she's like, "No, it has to be something much bigger than that, more than that." And he realizes with this, he's giving up little pieces of his soul.
No. They weren't making the Taker of Souls or Hearts. They were making the first part of this. And she used the Taker of Hearts as an example. You gave that thing a piece of your soul.
Got it.
If you want to protect something that is more powerful than that, you're going to need to give something
back.
Bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so she actually gets to see a live picture of her mom's face. She gets just flooded with Vincent's memories of her mom, and she realizes
feelings.
That he loved her.
Very much.
Yeah.
Like very much.
Yes. But he still, in all these memories, is very cold.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which she gets to feel it on his side. Yeah.
Then makes her realize he was like cold like that to me, but he probably felt this way about me.
Yeah. Yeah. She's pulled back into reality, right?
Yeah.
There's a memory and it's like, okay, he has to give something big. I'm back here. Oh, this is a lock.
Yeah.
This is what this magic is doing. It's locking something.
So she puts her palm on the next barrier and she's flooded with rage. Rage against her mom, saying, "I hate her. I hate her. She betrayed me." So there's lots of betrayal, her final slight. And what we find is this is him coming to the realization that she left with Araya.
Yeah.
Because he's like, did she not think I could smell my child on her and everything? And Vincent was like going back and forth and struggling with this whole idea of a previous memory of his of where she asked, "If I left, would I be safe leaving?" Like earlier in the relationship. And he was like, "Yes, you can leave whenever you want. You'll be safe. I wouldn't care." Like kind of dismissed it as no big deal. And so
he actually told her, "It's pretty arrogant of you to think I would care."
Yeah.
Like total gaslighting her, right? Like,
yeah.
I don't care about you.
Yeah.
You thought this was, no.
And so he's pushed and pulled with the she's gone with a risk, a human risk, because they're cockroaches, so who cares? But I told her I didn't care enough to even chase after her anyway.
Right.
She was nothing to me.
So then she's pulled back.
That's an interesting memory of your mother. She gets sick on the floor, throws up a little bit because that was intense. And now there is only one column left. And the feeling and memories grew more intense as she moved to the center of the room. And she was worried like this would be the final like loving memory of her father, and she's nervous. Like, is it going to be a bad memory or is it going to be
Right.
good?
Right. I mean, at this point, you saw the first barrier was how much he loved her,
Yeah.
and they were protecting something and all of that. So it was almost good.
Yeah.
The second one is hatred.
Yeah.
And he knew she was pregnant with his child, but also love because he
Yeah.
was disappointed in himself, like you said.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you'd be a little afraid, like, what's this last one going to be? And then now am I going to hate my father? Like, yeah. Nerve-wracking. Okay, meanwhile, in battle world,
Yes.
right? Not in this fake illusion world.
Which I feel like she's moving pretty slow given that there's a battle happening. And she's
Yeah, I
the
kind of
last...
took that as, like, time moves different. Like she's actually in a whole nother world.
They say she walks to the next barrier. I'd be fucking running. No
Little
offense,
pep in your
Araya.
step, okay? There's a lot of shit going on.
I mean, at least skip to the next one.
What, you gonna stop for water? Like, come on.
Don't act like my kid's on the soccer field. Fucking run. I'm just kidding.
So where we left off, remember, Rain had pulled the metal out of Simon and they were like falling towards the ground. So Rain's wings like won't work to slow him down and Simon before they hit the ground. He opens his eyes. So they slam into the ground. He opens his eyes. He's obviously kind of knocked out because he sees Nessa Ann's face. Is that how you say her name? Nessa Nine's face. And she's doing the whole who wins if you fight him. Same thing she said to him hundreds of years ago. And Rain had always thought that she was strong because I think then she was strength, but now he sees lonely, abused prisoner in her own home, right? In her own marriage. He reaches, he touches her cheek. He's like, maybe not me, but it's worth a try, right?
Yeah.
So kind of resolves these old feelings, opens his eyes to reality, carnage across him. I mean, they're talking about black and red blood just falling from the sky like rain, right? Ooh. His wings are out, but he can tell his right one is like, there's something wrong, and his right arm all completely useless, and he reaches for his sword. Simon is staggering up to his feet. I just see like very zombified.
Yeah.
Because I thought ripping that metal out would like kill him.
I thought that was the end.
And then he's not dead. And I'm
No.
like, well, of course he's not dead.
Doesn't that break the spell? It
How
fell
can you-
out of his sternum. Did you see it?
I figured it was his heart at this point. I assumed. Silly me. So Simon staggering his zombie ass feet. There is still a thing in his chest that's just like pulsing bright. So apparently Rain didn't rip it out, right? This maybe it's his heart. We don't know. Rain stands, smiles, and blood dribbles down his chin. So I'm like, okay, you want to be scary, Simon? I can be scarier. I just saw a warrior, right? He's standing in front of the doorway to the ruins, and Simon's looking at the ruins. So it's Rain is the only blocker between Simon and Araya. Simon lunges. They go into battle again. Back to timeout land with Araya.
But I will also... So another thought. Sorry why I was such a curmudgeon when I was reading this, evidently, because I was very skeptical throughout this
Rain?
fight. No.
They
Rain
hadn't
is the
showered?
only one that would have been able to walk through that barrier. Do you not think he would have put something in place where, yes, you can open the door with your blood?
Oh, I didn't think of
But
that.
my initial thought was when Araya was like, I'm going,
Yeah.
was Rain can't follow her anyway. He'd probably get like burned or some shit walking through the door.
True. Same with Simon, you would
Yeah.
think.
So I was kind of
But
like...
Simon is not of this world.
That's true. He
So-
did get his like face half melted off
Yeah,
earlier.
so Rain has to stop him outside before.
Okay.
Maybe it'd be different.
Thank you for bringing me back because that I struggled with that one.
It's a good point. I think it's something to think about.
Okay. So Araya is slowly going to the third and final barrier, and she starts hallucinating her father. Her father appears and is like, Araya, are you nervous that you're going to think less of me with this last trial that you're going to witness?
Well, even before this, Araya's like, you're not real. And he's like, am I? Aren't
Are you
I?
sure?
Are you sure?
I've been talking to you this
There's
whole time, my
There's a
darling.
little ghost gaslighting that happens
Which
prior.
is very similar
It
to
is.
his vampire/human gaslighting he's done for his whole life. And he's just kind of like, the things you've seen here, it takes a piece of my soul, but this was supposed to be my greatest achievements. And because I did this with your mom, it started imbuing how I felt. And it became some of my biggest mistakes.
Isn't that like the journey of life?
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah. What was
but
supposed
she
to
might be hallucinating what she wants to hear right now.
That's pretty true as well. But, you know, the heart finds solace where the heart finds solace. So if she needs to imagine a resolution with dear old Papa.
Dear Papa.
She can.
Then it is. Well, she actually like starts screaming at him, which again, I just picture her like screaming into the void of nothingness from an outsider's perspective.
Oh, I think she's talking to him.
Yeah. She's like, you gaslit me. You told me this whole time that the world is a cage, but you just put me there.
Right.
I'm powerful. I am a woman. Hear me roar.
Yeah.
And he's like, fair. And then she's like, and you killed my mom. And he's like, I didn't do that one, though. Wait a second.
That's not true.
Didn't you see the first stone, which I loved her?
Come on.
And I know the second stone, I was really angry, but it's because I would have missed you.
Okay. So far, everything you've said, accurate. Okay. But I did not kill your mother.
And she's like, would you like to see that final one, my little serpent?
Well, the memory it took from me. So I think that was also the realization that that's the very first one we saw, that he had to give something great.
Yeah.
And this is where we find out it was memories.
And it was his great love.
It was memories. Yeah.
And then it was the greatest betrayal. Mm-hmm. And the third one, she finds out his greatest little serpent.
It was her.
It was her. And so it actually goes back to that night many, many years ago when he actually came upon and met her.
Right.
And he says that he came in and the whole area was decimated. And it was a house. And he even like says he was upset that he didn't hear any heartbeats in the house.
Well, the goal was to kill Araya, was to kill the child. And he had resolved with himself that he wouldn't kill her mom.
No.
And then when he got there,
her mom was already dead.
So he was like distracted by the fact he didn't hear a heartbeat and like missed
that fact
she was
that
there.
Araya was there.
Right.
And actually brought herself to his attention when she bit one of the officers.
Yeah.
And he said that he felt, because again, she's in his consciousness during this memory, he felt like immediate love as soon as he saw her and was like, I can't kill her.
It also changes all, because we've heard this story multiple times, right?
Yeah.
From her point of view, from
the soldier's point of view, from the historian narrator.
Now getting Vincent after all this back history and how his intent and then the rage he had. And the kid was nothing. It didn't matter. We also know how he was raised.
Yeah.
Daddy throwing babies off of roofs and stuff like that right in front of you. And the immediate love and devotion, and completely switches it. And remember, he was like amused by her because she was like him. She was fierce as shit.
He saw himself in her like immediately.
Yeah.
And he even describes it as, yes, I put you in a cage to protect and love you, but also to make sure I was safe from you. I wouldn't let other people around us teach you how to kill me.
Right.
I would make us like, and that's why the course, what is it called?
Courtier?
Courtesan bond.
I thought it was courtier bond.
No, courtier means something else. Courtier means Italian prostitute. No, I'm just kidding. What is it called? It's a courtesan bond or something like that.
Cortisol? Cortisol.
Cortisol.
It's a cortisol bond.
What is it called?
I don't know.
Okay.
We'll find out on a page.
Bond or something like that. I don't know. But that's why he wanted that. Like, because he didn't want to ever hurt her.
Right.
But he knew. And frankly, this is kind of where he makes you feel like, okay, yes, each generation tries to do better, but their solutions may not always be the right solutions.
Right.
But they're trying to get better.
I can't kill her, so that's new.
Yeah.
So what's the next best thing? I'm going to raise her to protect myself from her.
Yeah.
Which now makes the way he raised her as like a much more positive. And I have a much more positive perception of Vincent.
But, and if you look back one generation, Vincent's dear papa is probably patting himself on the back too, because he's like, yes, I murdered everybody else, but at least I kept one alive.
I wonder how his dad came into power.
He
We need
had
a
an
prequel.
oopsie and didn't realize one was running around there and then got murdered.
Okay. Well, there you go.
That's my guess.
The beginning and the end, right there, everybody. So Araya comes back from this memory to the hallucination with Dear Papa. And Vincent's just like, I tried. I tried, you know? She had never seen Vincent admit weakness before. Now, granted, this could be her own manifestation.
I think it is.
We're not going to do that. Closure's closure. But she's like, wow, dad's sensitive.
Oh, he did love me all
He goes,
along.
this is what I think you came here for. The pillar opens. There's this crimson light with a little vial floating in the center. Every color all at once. So I just kind of saw like a galaxy in a test tube. It's like kind of what I pictured in my mind there. It was the blood of Alaris, Nyaxia's husband, that was murdered, and parts of him are all over Obitrace. Vincent was like, you can drink it, only a little bit. You can put it in your blades. It will find a way to give you its power, basically. Yep. However you choose to wield it, but the blood is the catalyst. Go. Yeah. You don't have much time. Go Hurry save them, little serpent. One. Don't forget those teeth of yours, little serpent.
And don't fucking waste it.
And what does Araya leaves and says, I love you. So, and that's how Vincent told her he loved her too, in my opinion. So
in her hallucination, which may or may not be based in reality, but probably in her head, but she gets closure, so we're okay with it.
We are. She can focus now on war.
It is war. By the way, it does feel like she was talking to a hallucination for a long time while her battle of life is out there.
I'm going to choose to believe only about 30 seconds has actually passed.
Okay, we'll go there.
So 30 seconds have passed. Rain is still fighting Simon, and no matter what he does, he cannot slow him down. Like, Simon is a full-on god zombie, all right? When he sees Araya, he looks up. She's, like, surrounded by magic at the door. Just like, ah, ah. He says it wasn't Nightfire. It was stunning white and blue, cutting through the night and fanning around her like wings of gods themselves. So she is like the embodiment of gods. She then is like, I've had it. No, I'm just kidding. I started to read this and I was like, wait, what?
I've had it. You all are a bunch of idiots. Stop fighting. I've got your thingy.
It's actually Rain's like, oh, those are fake god wings of magic. She did it.
She did it.
And Simon's like, wait, what? She did what? Zombie self. He charges towards her without even thinking. Rain is like pouring every ounce of magic he has into this to stop Simon and blow harder and all of that. Doesn't matter. This only just kind of pisses Simon off.
Yeah.
And he has his fingers like around Rain's throat and holds Rain by the throat and like stabs Rain through the heart. Okay? Araya's like, no! I was still in my god magic montage!
If only I wouldn't have talked to myself for 30 extra seconds.
She runs to Rain's side and she's like, I forbid you to die. I forbid you to die. You are not allowed to die. Do you understand me? Get the fuck up! You swore to me. She slices her hand. She's like pouring blood into Rain's mouth. He's not moving.
No.
It's not looking good.
No. And so then I was thinking she would probably like pick up the god blood and like trickle it on whatever Rain.
Yeah.
But she lifts it up in the air and says, "Oh, mother of darkness, come help me. I'm your daughter. Please, pretty please. I've got some blood for you." Pretty much, right?
Yep.
So goddess Nyaxia, which again, we had this debate earlier, but now that you read it again, she comes down naked.
I still, it's like blurred images. That's how I'm reading it still.
Okay,
It's
so
not like they're like, and
she
her
comes
nipples
down-
are so godly.
She comes down without clothes on. Is that better?
Yeah, but she's like blurred. Like there's no real parts.
Why would you censor her like that, Nicole? I thought you were anti-censorship.
I've read Carissa Broadbent's. She knows how to talk about a pebbled nipple. Okay. She would have told me if it wasn't blurred.
Okay. Fine. We will assume it's blurred because why not? But she comes down in her godliness.
Yes.
And is like, dear child, what the fuck are you doing with my husband's remains?
What the fuck is going on here? That is pretty much what happened.
Left the kitchen for 2 seconds.
And my dad's parts are everywhere.
So she actually reprimands.
Our pets' heads are popping off.
She reprimands Zombie Simon for having her husband's teeth in his sternum.
What the fuck are you doing?
And Araya's like, I know, they're so bad. See, I didn't use any of this. I immediately, after...
Right? Fuck him, right?
Yeah.
Here.
I promise I immediately said, as soon as I found it, Mom, come look what I found.
That's basically exactly what.
And Nyaxia's like, I did also see you ran to your husband first and tried to save him with your blood and shit before you gave up your trophy.
Well, no, she's like, if you want this blood back of Dad, you need to give me a Courtier bond.
She's like, that shit's already mine. Excuse me, you said you found my shit.
These are my walls.
And now you want to bribe me with this?
This food? I pay for it. I pay for it.
And so Araya's like walking her shit back again and is saying, I mean, I know it's already yours. I just thought maybe there was like a reward or something, like a finder's fee. And could I have it in the form of a blah, blah, blah bond? What is it called?
Coriatis bond.
Okay, so not a, the fuck did you say earlier?
A courtier bond?
No, Coriatis bond.
Coriatis.
My dear lover, my star-crossed lover.
And Mom goes, didn't I already tell you a dead lover doesn't break your heart? You don't listen, do you?
Yeah, this has happened twice now. I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so. Mm-hmm. And then she also said, just to like twist that frickin' knife a little bit, she said, I made you guys fight on purpose. You have a legacy of being a warring clan.
Right.
What do you want me to do? Erase all that shit? Like, that was a stupid question. Thank you for my husband's body parts. I'm really pissed at all of you. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so then Araya's like, fuck, I don't have the god blood anymore. My husband's dying. Oh, please.
Oh, well, no, before Mom left,
Yes.
she goes, and you're right. The Courtier bond will save him, but I can't be the one that gives it to you.
Nope.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Yeah.
Because I want my children fighting.
Right.
And so she's like, oh, ding, ding, ding. Good idea, Nyaxia. Let me call another god, the god of my dear mama.
Which we don't know how to say.
Which
the
is
goddess of lost things.
Oh, dear Acacia.
That sounds right.
I think it's Acacia. Oh, my goddess Acacia, I summon you in the name of my dear mama. Please come. And down comes.
You remember your homie, right?
Yeah. Please, please. She does come down and she's like, holy shit, this is messy as shit. Mm-hmm. But she says, I will grant you your shit because I like you.
Well, she's like, you know, I've never done this for anybody before.
Yeah.
And what you're asking is like...
I'm basically starting a war.
Pretty big. And my sister was right. This goes against like everything, right? And she's like, yeah, but I'm going to do good things. We're going to do good things, man. Good things. Isn't that going to be good in your name?
Yeah.
And she's like, I do like to fuck with my sister. So, okay.
Fine.
Fine. As long as you promise you're going to use this for good.
Yes.
You promise? Because it has to continually fuck with my sister, okay?
Yeah.
Like we.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want it just to be a conversation this Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But just kind of bring it up every Thanksgiving for eternity.
Please?
Yes.
All right, cool. Gotcha.
And so
This is going to hurt.
this is going to hurt Acacia as she goes, doo 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 doo.
Ah!
And it hurts. But what happens is a mirrored tattoo air mark becomes both Rain and Araya's. So Araya now has one on the back that matches Rain's. Rain now has one on the front, and he's alive.
Okay, well, we don't know all that yet. You took away the drama.
Oh, okay. Go through drama, please. Apologies. I'll take that out on the back end. It's fine.
The queen goddess Acacia.
No, Acacia. I think that was right.
Acacia, she was like, I bind these hearts. Their souls are one. Their power is one. While both of them are writhing in pain because it's painful. And Araya just keeps saying, I give you my heart. I give you my heart.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
I don't
the
even
part,
remember this part.
Yeah, it's the part. Well, it's the part of the vows she couldn't say.
Oh.
And Rain said it was okay. It was okay. He said it, remember? So that's the one part she couldn't say. Fades to black because they're in so much pain. Araya wakes up in a room and she already feels different. It feels like a piece of herself is outside of her body. She gets up, opens the door, Rain's there, and like they feel it, right? There is this like mated push-pull together. And he just goes, so you missed me? And she's like, I love you. So she finally says it to him in that way. And
I'm
he's
no
like,
longer angry.
good, because you're really fucking stuck with me at this point. So I'm really glad you love me.
Gotcha, punk.
Because this would be super awkward if you didn't. They start to kind of touch each other and get all kissy. It was about to fade to black. And that's when she notices the air mark on the front of him that is a direct mirror of hers. And she's like, dude, wait, look, turn around. Do I got one too? Do I got one too? He's like, you got one too. So she's got a mark on her back and on her throat. He now has a mark on his throat and on his back. They have altered the House of Night forever. Forever. So in that, do I got one too? She had to kind of like take her shirt off. And then, of course, Misha walks in. She's like, I leave you two unconscious for 5 minutes. And I come back and you're ripping each other's clothes off. And
Yeah,
they're
they
like,
are.
we were going to. We actually were. But we didn't. Look at the marks. Look at the tattoo.
Look how cool he looks.
Come on. So then it pans to their meeting with everyone post-war. Araya is very annoyed that they can't find Septimus. Mm-hmm. He must have gotten out with the other Bloodborne soldiers, modified himself. They don't know where it is. And they have looked everywhere. Everywhere. And she's like,
Did they check the shit-covered tunnel?
Ooh, possibly. I don't see Septimus doing that.
But that's the last place you would look.
He's got his cigarello swimming through shit. Like, mother...
He ain't got no pride. He does not have any time.
The first thing I thought was, I don't know if we're going to see Septimus again because he was already getting pretty far along in his Bloodborne curse.
Yeah.
So that could also happen. Who knows? But Rain and Araya go to Kyrus's cell. They told him everything. And they're like, we're not going to execute you, though. Because you might be useful one day. You know, he lives forever. Let's just like sit in your feelings for a couple millennia. And then maybe you'll be useful. When he saw the mark on Rain's throat, Kyrus is like, you did it. And he's like, you realizing you picked the wrong side? And Kyrus is like, yeah.
Yeah, I fucked up, man.
Dude, yep. They go to leave, and Kyrus is like, Septimus isn't done. By the way, I've told Keturah everything. I don't know anything else. It is just a feeling. This is not the end of him. He is coming back.
Yeah.
Okay? Thanks. But no thanks. We already know that. No, I'm just kidding. Rain was kind of like, okay, cool. Yeah. But you can see Kyrus is like trying to help to like maybe not be in a hole for a millennia.
Oh, he will be.
We'll see ya. Bye. But I do think this is foreshadowing that he is going to be useful in some way, shape, or form down the line. I don't know, maybe in the third duology about the Bloodborne.
Yeah, who knows?
So then it goes to Araya and Rain are standing on that balcony, that same balcony that Rain was going to be strung up and burned alive, to address all of their people. announcing on this blessed eve the arrival of the king and queen of the House of Night. All the people, Rashawn, Hige, human, bow. And you didn't even have to rip anyone's head off, is what the last line is. So, very cool, very like almost like Lion King-ish moment, you know, like all united and all together as one vampire, nightborn kind.
Yes. So, I immediately want to dive into, holy shit, this is all a long con bloodborne like symphony.
Yeah.
So Bloodborne is going to be the last duology.
Yeah.
I really think this is all going to be Septimus's plan leading up to the final duology of how the Bloodborne get back in Nyaxia's favor or figure out how to solve the curse in some way.
I feel like you're right. Like, I think there are duologies that are separate that could stand alone, but the final duology, there's going to be some crossover here.
Yeah.
There has to be. And I feel like they're going to use Kyrus as like... Kyrus?
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to use Kyrus as some sort of like double spy or double agent or something along those lines.
Yeah. Because he a weasel.
This duology, how does this rank in the worlds that we've read so far? We've read about fairies. We've read about dragons.
Akatar, Fourth Wing, and Nyaxia.
Yeah, vampires.
I do like this world.
Agreed. It's a cool world.
It's a cool world. Do I like it more or less?
I don't know. See, that's how I feel too. I think I like them all equally. It's kind of cool in its own sense. I do think we've talked about this.
Really good writing.
Agreed. That's what I was just going to say.
So it's a pleasure to read.
It is. It is. And it's laid out not simplistically, but easily consumed. Does that make sense? Like the magic system and stuff like that is fairly easy to follow. And the characters and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just the visualization that you get as you're reading from this writing is pretty awesome. Yeah. Which I think makes me love it even more.
It's very well written. What character do we hope we learn more about in a next book?
Oh, in either?
In this whole book, what character were you like, I want to know more?
I think I left this, honestly, Septimus.
Yeah.
Because I think I was starting to feel like I understood him.
Yeah.
Like the talk he had with Araya about how they're not too different from each other, and hearing how Nyaxia treated the Bloodborne and their curse. I just think there's so much more complexity there. I don't think he's the villain that we actually think he is.
That's very well said.
Yeah.
I was thinking very similarly because it's like they paint him as such a vicious man.
Yeah.
But he doesn't technically get his hands dirty at all.
Yeah.
And you can see it as strategic.
Like it's more a mask he's playing.
I think he's like fighting for his fucking life.
Agreed. And his people. In all honesty.
So I'm like really hoping we find out that the Bloodborne book is about Septimus. And we get Septimus's view.
Yeah. Yeah. And remember, he's just the only child.
The only living son. They've had tons of kids. I think he's got one sister that's still alive, but everybody else has died.
Right. And the one brother that was supposed to be the prophecy.
The prophecy, and they only have his head.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's misunderstood, and I'm holding to that. I don't think he's the villain that we have to believe he is right now.
Yeah. I really, really want some sort of like series that she does next just about all the gods, because I'm assuming this that just happened is going to create some division amongst the gods.
Right.
And the last time there was division amongst the gods, Nyaxia killed a bunch of them and her husband got killed. So I think some of this is going to start rolling into the gods are going to start rolling.
They have a similar class system too, because part of it was that Nyaxia was like the child of a god, which is just like someone who ends up being like a sex slave, is essentially what they
Yeah.
equated it to for the gods. Like, um, and then she ended up rising above and killing gods, which had never been done before, to become the level of god she is.
Yeah.
So their whole system is like, it's almost like with Fourth Wing with the dragons. We know there's a whole other freaking world going
Yeah.
on that we get little glimpses into, that it could be a whole series in itself.
Well, and it would be so cool if this series, which is so cool, we're going to get 3 duologies out of it. If then a new series is like, holy shit, that was just, now we get to figure out the people playing chess.
Right.
Because that whole world that was created was just gods playing chess.
Right. Right.
Then we have their actual world when they're not playing chess.
Yeah. That's awesome. That would be really cool. So, all in all, we both loved this
Yes.
duology.
I do want to do the second duology, but
For
I
sure.
am happy that we're taking a Crescent City break.
Agreed. Agreed. I think it'll be perfect. All right, you guys. Well, that was our last episode of the Ashes of the Star-Cursed King. Very much liked the book. We are going to be reading Crescent City next. We might throw a little book in between there. I don't think so, though. Anyways, edit that
We
out. I don't
just
know.
already said we're doing a K-pop Demon Hunters review.
We also have that Vale and Lilith novella.
Yeah.
We could do that too.
But one
Anyways.
other note is in between books, we are giving Marissa 1 week editing break.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's our new schedule.
there will be, if we finished a book, then we'll see you in 2 weeks with a start of their new book.
Right. Right. So after listening to this, no episode next week, guys. Sorry. And then we'll
But give me a break, man.
drop another episode after that. We're
This
moms.
is my side hustle.
Careers, okay? Come on.